And that is our engine. So this is the Predator 212cc engine. It is brand new. Let's open the engine up. So it's brand new. This is the engine over here. It's gigantic. Here's my hand compared to the fuel tank. 212cc. It is very heavy. It's a good 40 pounds. And then last but not least, the frame. So this is the frame. It is way bigger than anticipated. This is actual motorcycle frame. Has some nice suspension. Everything, I just oiled everything up. It's the frame of a Yamaha XS650, as stated before. It doesn't need much. It's a complete frame. Wheels, tires are there. You could see the disc in the back, the front, and then in the back we have a drum brake. So yeah, there's nothing left to do but to start building. Alright, back to the engine. Let's see if I ordered the wrong clutch. Here we go, the shaft. Yes. So loosen these bolts up, and we're gonna flip this around because this handlebar is upside down. Alright, we got the bolts loosened up. Alright, they're off. Now just take them. So they're supposed to be like this. Now I can actually drive it. Alright, we got some stuff. So this is the first one. Well, it is now the next day, and I just realized, and I basically returned everything that I just bought. So I returned the clutch, I returned the chain, I returned the brakes, and I returned the throttle. The reason for returning the throttle, this one fits. The other side wouldn't fit. Why? I don't know. The brakes were extremely small. They're mountain bike brakes. It was my fault. I didn't do the research. Returned it. The clutch has to do with the 530 rear sprocket. So the clutch is for a 35 chain, but this rear sprocket is for a 530 chain. So basically what I found, I was able to find a 420 chain sprocket with the same bore size. The bore is basically this over here. This is part of the wheel. It sticks out. This is the bore. Basically the hole inside the sprocket. And this is a big bore, 76 millimeters. So the only thing I can find was a 420 sprocket, because the only other thing I can find was a 420 clutch. So that'll match up. 420 is pretty good. The normal clutch that I had bought yesterday was a 35. So this will work. So I return the clutch. Tomorrow everything is coming. For today we can make some adjustments to get the engine ready. The oil is coming today, so we can start the engine. Over here we have the engine. Now, you might notice, this over here is the throttle, so it's really hard to get pushing back and forth. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna grab a 10mm socket, 10mm. So right over here, this bolt right here, this one, it's right here, this one. I already loosened mine before, so it was a little easier this time. There you go. Throttle would easily pull this back and forth. And you want to make sure it goes all the way back. For me, it's not. Actually, no, it is. Never mind, it is. Okay. That's one. Second, if you notice, right here, on the pull start, it's angled to the right. Now, when we're sitting on the motorcycle and we want to pull to start, we're pulling up. We're not pulling to the right. So it's going to be really hard and it's going to wear the rope out. So grab an 8mm socket. Open these. That's 3. Alright, now we're gonna rotate. So you see there's many holes. Now there are some holes that you could and some holes you can't. These you could, these three, this one, this one, this one. The rest you can't because there's no thread inside. So I'm gonna move it to about here, which makes sense because when I'm sitting, the engine is a little in front of me. So I'm pulling, not pulling perfectly up, I'm pulling more like this angle. Alright, perfect. Nice and strong. Over here on this side, we have the on-off switch. So this on-off switch, we're going to be disconnecting these wires. We're going to be connecting them to the actual kill switch that we're going to get. Actually, I think I forgot to order a kill switch, so I might just keep it right here. And if ever we need to turn off the engine, we just reach down, turn it off. Now to check your oil. So if you buy the engine brand new, the engine will not come with oil. If you need to check your oil, you're going to want to open this one over here. And there you go. And for the oil to be full, you want it to be right about here. Right there. That's full. You'll see it also. If you look down, you'll see it. It's almost like, almost coming out. That's how much oil you want. Any lower oil than that is not great, obviously, for the engine. And you don't want to put too much. So this engine takes half a quart of oil. And that's it basically for this part. So the oil is coming today. When you buy an engine, if you buy it new, it's not going to come with oil. If you buy it used, you want to check the oil. If there's like any metal shards in it, etc. And you probably want to change the oil when you buy it. And don't forget to ask the person you buy the engine from how long when was the last time they've changed the oil, etc. When you open the fuel tank, try and spin it a little, and it doesn't come out, and there's a strainer inside. So when you fill it up, you want the fuel to come to about this red line. So that's about here, I'd say. So you don't want to fill up the fuel all the way to the top, because fuel gets hot, it expands, etc. I used to fill it to the top before I knew this, and it would always leak. Eventually, it blew the fuel cap. So there we go. All right, so right over here we got the engine, we got the gas. So this is Valvoline VR1 racing oil, 10W30. After that violent unboxing. So we have to put half of this in the engine. We're at 16, there we go. Oh yeah, that is way better. Oh yeah, I can actually go over bumps now. It's not gonna give me permanent nerve damage. Alright, these are my deck screw foot pads. I'm just joking. Don't do this, guys. This is not a good idea. You're gonna cut your entire leg off. Alright, so I finally finished mounting the front disc brakes. So they're not permanently mounted. As you can see, there's not a lot of the actual rotor touching the caliper. It's very minimal. Right now the brakes are like pressed in, so that's why there's no distance between them. There's one screw holding it. I couldn't get the second one too. The second one's supposed to be here. I can't do that, but at least it's strong. It won't move, and we can try it. We'll see what happens. So now I need to refill the hydraulic fluid because I leaked some. Alright, we got the engine mounting plate. This is 12 by 12 by a quarter inch. So, pretty good plate. Heavy. Should be good for this engine. It was $36 from Princess Auto. I'll put the link in the description. So the next step is to drill 4 holes for the engine screws. And then we actually have to drill 4 more screws to mount the actual plate to the frame. So, just like that. Now, it's not the perfect size, but this is pretty level. What we've done the handlebars, we've done the brakes. There's not much left, honestly. There's just mount the engine, get the new chain, because this chain was maybe 3-4 links too short. Mount the rear wheel, and we're good.